What's up, everybody? Bloodmoon FT here, and today we're going to be reviewing Persona 3 Reload Part 3. So, things are progressing a lot faster now since the last video. I had already told you guys that I was a little confused on the pacing of my reviews and how I wanted to record them when I wanted to. Um, and I just realized that a lot of the reason why I feel like I'm moving fast is just because that's the pace I'm moving at right now. And it's not like I'm really covering things about the dungeons or anything. I'm just covering the story, and I make a video every time we beat a main boss. So it definitely feels in my head like, I'm just boom, boom, boom. Right when I'm done with the video, the next day I'm making another one, which in this case I am because Monday through Thursday, uh, I kind of balance doing my classwork with playing, and then Friday through Sunday I'm working. Like I can't play at all. So today's a Thursday, which means the boss that I just finished off on, I'm not going to be able to continue the game past that until Monday. So that sucks, but it is what it is. So where we left off, we were obviously getting ready for the next main boss. And I forgot to cover it in the last video, but we learned that there were 12 in total. 12 main bosses. Those are the ones we have to go for. They're like, oh, we can stop the Dark Hour if we do that. And I believe there are 6 left now. Maybe, I think. Oh, I don't remember taking out 6, but Yukari was still paranoid. She asked Fuka to look into the research that the Kirijo group was doing. And she was like, yeah, Mitsuru's been acting kind of sus. Can you, look into that for me? So she looks into it. I continue to spend my time, the free time in the evenings with Mitsuru doing the tea and the cooking and stuff. And we ended up unlocking a combat characteristic. So we get like a passive effect that activates. And I guess it's not part of, it's not exclusively on the third G, I don't think. I'm not quite sure. It doesn't really matter, but the characteristic for Mitsuru, she's the first one I got it for, Ailment Burst. Increases crit rate on foes with ailments. So that doesn't just apply on her third G, that's just in general, which I think is very cool. So I'm definitely going to work towards trying to unlock as many characteristics as I can on my characters. So that'll be cool. Let's see, what's next? As usual, Ferris is like, something's gonna come. You have to face it, as usual. And then I maxed out the Hanged Man, Maiko. I maxed out her social link first because I remember when I was trying to look up, I think it was like her second or third level up, they were like, oh, go get something, get like a drink or something. And I had to look up where the drink was because I couldn't find it for my life, to save my life. And someone had mentioned in the forum saying, hey, make sure you get hers done. Oh, my camera died. They said, make sure you get her social link done ASAP because she's going to like move away or something. It's like a timed one. So I went for hers first. Quick and easy, very, very simple. Again, like I said before, her story is very sad with the whole divorce thing. And then she was talking about how she's going to move away. She chose to be with her mom instead of her dad. So yeah, that checks out. She's moving away. It's a timed social link. It was really wholesome, but like, dude, I knew where this was going when they were like, "Oh, do you think I'll have a family of my own someday?" And it's like, "Oh, when I'm all grown up, can we get married?" I was like, I know she's a kid and all, and that's what kids do, but dude, I was sitting there like, oh Christ, your only option is sure or I'll think about it. I said I'll think about it, even though I wanted to say no. And she gave me like a ring. I was like, okay, dude, that's wholesome, I guess. Sure, whatever. Regardless, we maxed it out. We got the true power of the Hanged Man, and now we can fuse Attis, the god of sacrifice. I don't know where the heck I'm gonna have to go to fuse that. Then we got a kiss, bro. That was so weird. But yeah, Maiko's out. She's done now. I maxed out my intelligence, or I thought I did. I got it to level 5. I went to Mitsuru. Hey, want to walk home? And it was like, nah. I was like, no way there's another level. And I looked that up, and someone was like, yeah, it takes way more than all of them combined. I was like, ah. What a pain. So, I'm back on the intelligence grind, which is a massive pain. But what I'm doing is I've been going to the shrine every single day, whenever I can, and I spend 10,000 yen, and I get 2 to 3 intelligence points on top of the stuff that I'm already doing regularly. So I should be able to max out my intelligence fairly fast, hopefully. Let's see. Come on, anything else? Okay, so we get ready to take on the boss. It's time to go fight the boss. We're going into, whatchamacallit. We're going to a hotel.
Looks just like I imagined.
Sorry, I was in my train of thought there. So we went to Champ de Fleurs, which is Field of Flowers, a hotel, a love hotel. And we had to, you know, go in, same thing as usual, take out a boss, be done with it. So we go in, kind of a nice jammer. We go up in there, and we see our boss. So at first it didn't register with me when Yukari said it looks more normal than usual. But when we went into battle, right when Fuka said something, I was like, that's kind of weird. She said this large shadow is of the Hierophant. And I was like, okay, wait. That was the Hierophant Arcana. We're in a love hotel. Because it seems like each of the Arcanas is going to be one of the bosses. And I was like, shouldn't it be lovers? Right? But that was just like in the back of my head. I thought about it for like a second, and I was like, okay, whatever. Hierophant it is. Let's beat it up. So this boss was fairly easy. Nothing notable. It was just a little annoying with the charm spam. Or not spam, but like, when it did end up using its charm, my god, it was annoying. Or sorry, that was, whoops, I'm spoiling it. The fear was annoying. So we beat it, and we couldn't get out of the room. And I was like, okay, well, that obviously wasn't the actual boss. So then we see a mirror. They're like, something's up with it. What's up with this? Then we get thrown into a cutscene. I'm like, oh crap. And then I'm like, whoa. Whoa. Product placement. I was like, is that Yukari? It's like, yo, what's going on, bro? I was like, oh crap. I instantly knew what was going on when I saw the main character sitting there. So yeah, we were basically being mind controlled. They were trying to do some funny business with us. And if I'm being honest, I was accepting it. I tried accepting it like multiple times, but they were like, no. The game was like, no, you're not allowed to do that. You're not supposed to do that. Break free. So Yukari comes out and she's like, oh crap. Like, we were able to break out of the spell, so that's good. We freaking ate that slap. So yeah, Fuka's like, yo, get up out of there, bro. We get up out of there. We meet up with Mitsuru and Akihiko, who I can only assume went through the same experience. Good for him. I wish we could have traded. That would have been much nicer. So we have to go search for the real boss. And we have to destroy mirrors, and I noticed like our shadows weren't showing in some of them. We had to destroy the ones without shadows, simple as that. And then we were able to actually challenge the real boss. So we run up in there. And I was like, okay, now that looks more accurate for the proper Arcana. So I was like, alright, not two-phase, but like a two-part boss fight. And I always noticed there's a lot of heavy emphasis on like relationships and love in this game. And like emotions. It's very interesting. Yep. So this is the Lover's Arcana. No mercy. Tear it up. This is where the charm spam was getting real freaking annoying. It wasn't hard, but it was just... Come on, man. Such a pain. It took a little while to beat it because it was a little healthy, and then it also was healing up a little bit. But yeah, we were able to take it down. No big deal. No issues whatsoever. Finished it off with Akihiko. And yeah, we walk up out of the hotel like the champions we are.
You did good too, Takeba. It's no wonder you...
I'm watching the recording I did now.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, now we're getting into the arc of Junpei now, where obviously he feels very left out, and because we already knew that he was going to be a problem when he was talking about wanting to be the leader and be a hero.
Maybe you're finally starting to recognize...
And he's feeling jealous and like, not neglected, but like he wants the spotlight on him and he's not getting it. So now he has a bit of an attitude. I'm like, Junpei, I don't have time for your attitude, bro. I benched you for a reason. You're going to stay benched forever. You're not getting off that bench. And if the game forces me off to take him off the bench, I'm going to be very mad because I don't want him on the team. I don't care for Junpei. His voice actor is great. I just don't like him. Fuka was like, I figured some stuff out. I found some stuff.
Yes.
I'm like, okay, well,
Tell me about it later.
Yukari's thing's advancing. So here we go. We get some sass. Let's go, Junpei.
Hey, come on, Junpei, let's go.
Everyone's getting praise but Junpei.
Seems like the second years are really putting in the work.
Looks like you're
Yeah, I'm
really
shining.
here, dude.
I said we all did our part.
Really now. Well, whatever, I guess.
Uh-oh. Right on the nose.
Getting all the attention.
Now, I'm curious. I'm sure this would still happen, but what if I always had him on the team? And what if I even assigned him as the leader? I guess you can do that. Would he still have an attitude? I feel like he'd have to, because that'd be like whole character development that wouldn't even happen. So yeah, we beat it. No big deal. And then they zoom out and show a different point of view where the bounty hunters, the hitmen, were watching us.
That was fast.
So it's very interesting. And then I think the pale guy drops a name for someone. Jin. Jin is the name of the nerdy guy, and they're hinting at maybe their boss or something. But yeah, seems like their plot's gonna come way later down the line.
It's okay. It's not your
We sit down with the Kitsuki, and that's where Yukari is like, yo, you've been hiding stuff from us, Mitsuru. Tell us everything. Quit hiding it. You know about Tartarus. You know about the Dark Hour. We're not just going to be fighting because at the drop of the hat because you say so. She wants an explanation. So Mitsuru's like, I wasn't trying to hide anything. And he's like, go ahead and just say it. So Mitsuru's like, yo, they have mysterious abilities. And it says some research indicates they can affect time and space. We already know that from 5 especially. My god, 5 was crazy. She reveals that her grandfather, Koetsu Kirijo, the former leader of the Kirijo group, was obsessed with shadows and their potential abilities. So he, like, captured them and did experiments on them. And then they couldn't contain the power. It caused a massive explosion and formed Tartaros and created the Dark Hour. And then we learned that
Damn, that's freaking crazy.
our school was originally where the research facility was. Now, I definitely think there's some more stuff that has to do with the whole 12 main bosses. I think maybe those students who disappeared morphed into those shadows, those bosses. Maybe there were 12 of them, maybe less. There's so many mysteries that are still out there. A lot of questions that I have that have gone unanswered, and I'm very excited because I feel like we'll probably learn something soon. But yeah, let's see. I made like a list of things I wanted to go over. But yeah, we learned the truth about the Kirijo experiment.
Maybe that's why it's different.
How they even managed to capture them, I don't know. The shadows, I have no clue. That's actually kind of incredible in the first place.
Why did our school
Um,
turn to Tartarus? Don't tell me.
Ikitsuki
Is it because that's where they conduct
chimes in a lot,
experiment?
talking about, you know, how this is their duty, they have to do this. You know, it's been thrust upon them.
Students who were
Don't blame the people now for what people in the past did. And I'm like, okay, but like, why are you helping? This guy seems old enough to have been around in the past when it happened. Hello? Why are you helping us? Who are you? What's your motive? I still find him sus. I don't trust him. I wouldn't be surprised if...
Just what are you
I mean, obviously, there's no way Koetsu Kirijo was the only one who wanted to harness the power of the shadows, right? Surely there are going to be other people who are like, yo, his work was actually good. He was almost there. I want to harness this. So, that's my personal thing. I don't think this is over. I still think he probably has an interest in the shadows. Again, that's why I think he was so intrigued when he saw us using our persona at the start of the game. I think there's something there. I really don't trust anyone at this point, aside from, you know, members of C's, of course. Obviously, I'll always trust Mitsuru. But yeah, it seems like everyone's pretty much satisfied with the answers. And again, Akihiko tries to, you know, ask Shinji to join. We get a little more about him. Fuka's in her room, and Mitsuru asks her to continue looking into the Kirijo research program. And she even gives her like, information to log in. And she's like, yeah, just report back to me. So then we see a bunch of characters, basically. Basically, this is like showing us the inner thoughts of all our characters right now. Junpei sitting outside a movie theater. He's like, without fighting, I'm nothing. I have no purpose. You know, it's a good thing that we can beat the shadows and end Tartarus, end the Dark Hour. But then what am I? I'm nothing. I'm empty. I'm not a hero. So I am worried. I think Junpei's going to try to do some solo crap again, like in... what was it? Technically the second main boss? First or second? When he ran through the train? Oh my freaking god, he was annoying. Then we see Yukari reading a letter from her father. It's freaking, what's his face? I forgot his name. Yuri. It's Yuri, freaking Sasuke. Or, homeboy from Bayonetta. You know who I'm talking about. Yuri... oh, his last name slips from my mind. But yeah, he left like a time capsule letter to Yukari. Yukari's like, I'm not going to give up like mom. I was like, okay. Little power. Keep pushing on. So it ends there for us, and then I'm like, alright, that's a good place to stop. But as for now, I still have questions. I think...
Not ever.
I still think Yukari's father is in Tartarus. I also think the little boy... oh crap, what's his name again? Yo, what's his name again? Pharos. I think Pharos is either also inside of Tartarus, or he could be one of the main bosses that we have to beat. I wouldn't be surprised if he turns out to be like the final boss or something. So that's also interesting. Yeah, just overall, the plot has progressed a lot more since the last videos. I'm very excited. I think once we get to the part where we meet the hitmen, it's going to be even better. Someone's probably going to put a hit on one of our members, and we're going to have to defend them or fight. Or we're just going to run into each other in Tartarus and fight like that. That'd be cool. Persona versus Persona users. So yeah, I'm very excited. I'm loving the way this is going. I still don't trust Akitsuki. Junpei's being annoying. Stop being annoying. Yeah, everything's going pretty well so far. Right now, it's the 15th of June, so Valentine's Day was yesterday. So I think it was fitting for me to have beat the Lover's Arcana on Valentine's Day. I think that was pretty cool. But I know it's going to take a while before I can render this third video and get it out. I'm just now started working on rendering the first video because I haven't had time. I still don't have time, but I can definitely render a video while doing classwork and preparing to go to work, because tomorrow is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I won't be able to touch any of this stuff. But yeah, thanks to everyone who tuned in. I hope you're enjoying my reviews so far. I'm very excited to see where the story goes. And yeah, with that, I'll see you in the next one. Stand Mitsuru.